Hi everyone, welcome back to the continuation of our series on mastering Docker files. Now this is part 4 of our series, and this is going to be a continuation of how to write a multi-stage Docker file using Parallelism. In our current folder, we have the same files from our part 3, which is a multi-stage Docker file. You would ask, why is Parallelism important here? In normal coding, that you have a serial code and then we have a parallel code. Okay, as it stands, our Docker file is still a serial code, even though it's multi-stage. It's still a serial code. This runs first, and then followed by the working directory, followed by this, followed by that, and so forth. This whole build finishes before this starts. We want to rewrite it such that some of the instructions in here can run in tandem. Okay, they can run simultaneously, which will reduce the build time of our Docker image. Earlier, when we built the Docker image, we spent 37.5 seconds to build it. Okay, now this is a very simple app. So imagine a very big application to build. It takes longer. So we want to reduce this build time. All right. So let's go into the Docker file and try to make some changes in there to make it run in parallel. Now to do that, aside splitting the commands into multi-stage like we've done in the previous part, so we have this second part and this is the first part. Okay, we'll keep it as it is, but you can see that this build command right here, each one of them requires all these commands, okay, to happen for both the client and for the server. But until all these are done, these two are not done. But clearly you can see that there isn't much dependency going on there, so we can split it into two different stages. How I'm gonna do that, from the Golang application, I will label it as, let's say, since it's our base image, let's call it base. Okay, that's our base image. We have our working directory, we do our copy, and we download our Golang dependencies or application compilation tools from Golang. Okay, then we copy everything. I'm gonna reference this as all of this stage for each one of them. Okay, so first I'll say from base, where base is the alias of this stage. Okay, so from base, as I'll give it another alias, let's call it build client. Okay, can copy same thing, paste it here, but now call it build server. Okay, exact same commands. All right, and then remember we have a copy command here that copies. Initially it used to copy everything from up there into our client and server directories. Okay, we can also split this into two different commands. All right, so to do that, I'm gonna write not from 0, because remember 0 was everything in the first stage. Okay, but I'm copying from build client, and that will copy for the client server. So this does not need to be here. Okay, and then I'm gonna copy the whole thing, then edit it. So this is no more clients, this is server, and then for server the alias is build server, so call it build server. Okay, and as it stands, we've parallelized our serial code that we started with. Okay, so let's save this. Right, now remember how much it took for us to build it earlier on, 37.5 seconds. Okay, and now we are gonna build it. Let me be sure that I deleted the Docker image. Oh, it's still here, so I have to remove it. So Docker RMI and the image start. So all right, so the image is gone. So I'm gonna do Docker build with the same tag. Let's see. Okay. Now you can see that it takes even less than a second to build a Docker image. Okay. Of course, sometimes it will take more than that, but at the moment, it takes less than a second to build our Docker image. Meanwhile, earlier, it took 37 seconds. Okay. Now, of course, if you have any idea about parallel programming in any programming language, you know that parallelizing a code does not always work or does not always increase the speed. Okay, sometimes it does, other times it does not. So depending on your use case, if you implement the parallelism and it doesn't improve your speed, your build speed, then you can just forgo it. Okay. Okay. So I'll end it here. Well, before we leave, see Docker images. So the image is still small and built within a shorter period. So the next part of our series, which is part 5, is going to be about build targets. Okay, how to use build targets. Now, so far, our Docker image, it's a single Docker image that has 2 different applications, one for the client, one for the server, all inside of it. Okay. Now you would think, why don't we separate the 2? Okay, so that's actually what we're going to do next. We will try to separate the 2 images to make it even more efficient, okay, so that we build them separately and both will have smaller size Docker images and will both be efficient at the same time. Okay, and for that we are going to use build targets to work on that. So see you in the next lecture, and please like, comment and subscribe to this channel, share with your friends too, and let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Thank you.